touch the stars, when we are happy where we are. Why do we need to touch the stars, when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars, when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars, when we are happy where?
Good morning. I'm hoping everything worked this morning because I did have that glitch yesterday. Many of them actually. So it must have just been a day for yesterday in the way that actually did happen. It was a bit weird. But anyway, we're here this morning. And good morning to you, Georgie, because you're here this morning as well. So lovely to see you. So lovely to see you. And Kathy, lovely to see you here again too. Even if it's just the words that are stretched across a screen with the little icons, it really does give that, that connection, doesn't it? Right, so what we're doing is the general card spread reading with the Lenormand cards again this morning. So it is just general. It's not something that, I'm doing the individual card pulls. And it's also the same thing that I've done for a while is cross post. So there are some of you who are on the other pages. I've cross posted to, I've got to do that. I've cross posted to Hypnosis Plus with Roz and my Roz Boundy page. So that's the 2 pages. I've also shared it into my card reading group. So if you're on any of those pages and Live Video Hub, please click that link. Hi, Sonia. How are you? I've missed seeing me and getting your card spread. That's great. That's a good day already. Thank you. So where the link is in the description, there should be the link because I did make sure that was there earlier. For this particular broadcast, it should be the right one and you should be able to go across so that you're making sure that you're on mytimetv.live. Okay. So, and Karen, I can see that you're on the Roz Boundy page. Look, it doesn't mean that you have to go to the mytimetv.live. It's just that I can't put up your comments. If you're on those other pages, I don't get to show them here on the screen like this. Okay. So, oh my goodness, what are we doing? Okay, I just went over to my eCam and it had come up with a reminder of there is an update on eCam available at the moment. Of course, I'm not going to do that midstream of doing a broadcast. I think it'd kick me off. Good morning, Shaz. How are you? And yes, you can see me. Oh, great. Look, we had quite a little bit of trouble last night with our broadcast, Leanne and I. I'm just going to move these over because this is the bonus that eCam has. I can shift some stuff around, actually a lot of stuff. I'm going to drop the rolling text. That is my website and etc. So you can go back and replay that a bit later, get the links a bit later if you like. Diane, how are you? I just love your little photo, that water. I like waves. I like sea. It's beautiful. Now we'll switch it over to go to the cards. And there we go. Now, for some reason, my lighting's a bit weird here this morning. I think it's the day, or it could be that I might need to be washing my window. The glass might have a film of dirt on it, but not quite that bad, I wouldn't have thought. Anyway, it's the way it is. That's what the cards are coming up with as they're colouring this morning. Even as I'm looking down at the table on them, they do look that colour, which is weird. So it's got to be the card, the atmosphere of the colour of what's coming through the window. Karen, yes, you did. See, that's how it works. So you found the link. That's good. And it's lovely to see you here, Karen, on the mytimetv.live. I know it can get a bit confusing because I had you also well educated to go to the Roz Boundy page. But this, at least it goes reaching out to even more people by being on My Time TV, as well as how well you let your friends and that know that we are live. We've got a pretty interesting set of cards laid out this morning, I've thought. as I was, because this is the workspace, here we've got the home space. Up the top's the unexpected. Here, where the lady is, that's your role. And here at the man, it's actually the outcome. So I found it quite interesting. It's very family oriented, which is really funny because today I'm going to have some time with family. We're going whale watching, and I'm not quite sure when I'll be picked up to have that happen. So I've got 2 grandchildren who are going to be part of my day today. And so work, it's not really work, but it's in the workspace. So I think I'm getting some time to share some time. Is our grandchildren work? Nah, not really. They're lovely little beings, aren't they? And it's just that wonderment that here we've got, it is actually a book with almost a fantasy land opening up like that when you can actually see it closely. I might even just see if I can get that up there like that, and see if it's going to allow some focus on that. Can you see all the beautiful toys? Like there's the building blocks, there's a little toy, a spinning top, the fantasy land and the rainbow and the beautiful golden light. Just imagine that as part of your day, that there is in your workspace, in whatever energy you're working in through today, it's going to be a bit of not a fantasy, but a surprise, a wonderment, an exploration, having that new book open so that you can actually have that experience of just something new, okay, and the surprise of it. That's what I'm feeling there. In our home space, we are looking a little more closely at something that's around us for an issue. I'm actually feeling that there is someone out there who is looking for something specifically as far as a lost something. So get the magnifying glass out on that one. It's almost like it is in that, the more hidden space that needs that closer look, because it's not on the surface, okay? So, and even with our, the family, the home and everything, sometimes it does take that bit of an inner depth look with that look more closely, look more closely, look more closely, look more closely, and have things dealt with that way. I'm seeing the finer detail of something that's going to be part of your day today. And look, rather than pulling up I won't move the camera. That is the Lily card, a beautiful card, and it's in the unexpected. So it's actually what I'm feeling around that one for today in the general is having and it does feel like that's behind us, because we've got the reflection there in that stained glass window effect with this card. It feels like it is part of that wisdom that's brought us to where we are forward now. And it does include part of what is our past history as far as our connections with family and those little pieces of wisdom that comes through. There's going to be some part of that that's going to be reminding us through the day of that wisdom, of that something that someone has said to us over time that really has been an influence in our life, and it's going to just pop back into our day by surprise, okay? Because it really does feel like it is family oriented, it's relationship oriented, this set of cards. And especially bringing down to the woman, because I think, well, for me, knowing that my day is going to have, one of my daughters and kids, her husband, etc., like it's the full family. And we're going to be spending that time in such a lovely way. And that, I think, my role in connection with my daughter is going to just be something. It's fun. It's really nice to connect and actually have one-to-one, face-to-face with your family. So that might be something that's in your cards today, connecting with someone who is close to you in your family, and at that level of you're going to be able to see them, feel them, touch, see, touch, speak. Here we are in the same space. Well, sort of same space. No one's exactly ever in the absolute exact same space, because that's my space, But it really is that connecting and something special. The flowers, I mean, with anything that's to do with roses popping up, it does have that love connection element to it. So a beautiful beautiful set of cards, and it really is, by the end of the day, it's got that grounding connection of stability, safety, security, wisdom, the more masculine, being able to have that deeper grounding effect of saying by the end of the day that, yeah, that was well done. It really is. I feel like I've really achieved, and it's not the achievement of goals, it's just satisfaction, happiness, the love, the feeling of absolute being in the right place, right time. That's what I'm feeling around the strength of this older man in this deck of cards. Because as you remember, we are using the expanded edition, and that has the two extra of one older man, which we've got in the spread, and the older woman and the extra birds and stuff. So it certainly is a very family orientated set of cards this morning. The spread is definitely strength around family. So loving it, loving it, loving it. Look, I hope you yourselves take on what messages you're receiving from your spiritual guidance as I read them, that you spend some extra time if you desire, if you need to, in looking at the photo of the cards is on my profile. All you have to do is look for Ros Boundy on Facebook and you'll find it, where the 5 cards are as a photo. See where your attention goes first and contemplate what it means for you as far as this spread goes. Love to see you share it here or in the group if you're in the group. Just what it's actually feeling like for you as you see these cards. Now, continue being the best person you can be, and like all things, we do have to have an end to it. And I do have a few bits and pieces to do today, because I am in process of, and I haven't done that up there yet, in the process of organising our Lifestyle Psychic Wellness Expo. That's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. That's when it'll start. Possibly go to 4. It just depends on timeline. And that's what it's planned for, is 10 to 4. So it's 6 hours of a lovely time tomorrow with various bits and pieces like guests. We do have Jay Lane opening with Leanne, and we're sharing different things through the day. Malcolm Haynes with his permaculture and organic gardening, the borderers again, and interspersed with what we offer in various ways. So come along, join in at 10 and any time through the day, up to the 4, and it'll be lovely to see you then. I will be having this daily live still at 8 o'clock, all things going properly, because they bloody bet. Oh, I didn't say that, because they better. I'm hosting the tomorrow, so hoping it all goes tomorrow. Yes, the intention's there, it's done. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. See you tomorrow morning or through the day, and namaste.